group. Now, not to like be negative in any way, it's like, what did you feel at all that there were like parents that are overbearing? You like, because you hear about that, like you hear about that, or you like there's a movie that I'm watching actually called Searching for Bobby Fischer, and it kind of it a little bit reminds me of that, or maybe I'm completely drawing like a separation, or maybe I'm wrong.
Yeah, I mean,
it was like he grew up being like he was this child prodigy of chess, and his dad, like I think in the movie the part I'm at right now, his dad started kind of getting like, you know, feeding off of like he fed into this culture with the parents there, like who were their whole ego was built upon their kid's success in that game, and I think his dad ended up finding that out and then realizing his mistake.
Well, I mean, speaking of chess, have you seen Queen's Gambit?
On Netflix. That's on my list. I'm actually planning on watching it tonight. Actually.
Okay,
funny you mentioned.
I mean, what
is her name? What is the actress in that?
I don't remember.
She's
been in a couple things, but
they ever seen The Witch?
I don't know. No, I haven't seen that. But anyway,
it's really it's messed up.
But like she's like this prodigy and everything, and she ends up, you know, like traveling all these tournaments and everything, and this may or may not be spoiling. I don't think it's spoiling anything, but
don't spoil. It's a spoil.
Well, I don't know how far you've gotten. How far have you gotten?
I haven't started. I was planning to watch it tonight.
Okay, well, anyway, she's like traveling, and she has like her adoptive mother with her, and this woman's like, I don't know, she's clueless, like she doesn't know how chess works, but like, I mean, she's probably just doing it for the money, but she's also like, she seems very supportive of her daughter. I can't remember her name, but like, she's not even supportive of the chess aspect. She just like kind of just likes to listen to her, to like talk about the competition. Like she'll have her tell her how the tournament went, and she'll like talk about how her every move that she did, and she'll just like sit there and listen, and she may not understand it. And that's how I thought of Mom when I was at the spelling bee. Like she didn't really know what was going on. She was kind of clueless, but you know, she was just there for me. She was there the whole time. So it was like that kind of thing. But like, you know, you see like other parents, like you're saying about like chess prodigies, like maybe the parents would be pushing them. Like, so I guess I didn't see it, but like, you know,
maybe,
it was like,
maybe I'm putting something in there that, well, no, I mean, the writer there might be the negative who's like creating.
There might be, but I didn't see it. I mean, also I was at the Marriott across the street. I wasn't staying in the 5-star Gaylord. We were kind of
royalty, right?
No, we were like sequestered in our own little.
Yeah, I guess it's just the writer in me looking to create drama in the world of that I don't understand of it. But yeah, like I think and I could see that like that a lot of people would probably assume that it's like there's like if a kid is overperforming at something that it's the parent like not being supported, but that's not always the case.
I mean, they would push them to study, like they would, you know, they'd make sure, okay, you know, get in however many hours you need to get in today. But like the kids were like passionate about it too. So like I guess they shared that passion. But like if the kids were getting tired of it, maybe, you know, like I think the parents were like reminding them why they were doing it, and like, okay, you know, here's the end goal.
And you know what? Sometimes I mean I've heard that like a kid, there's this thing. I listen to like Jordan Peterson a lot. I don't know if you know who he is.
No.
He's a clinical psychologist that recently like blew up because of it's a long story, but yeah, like he
blew up. Is he okay?
What?
Is he okay?
No, I mean like or back in 2016 he blew up because he protested something but you know people discovered him through that, and I discovered him through that, and it's like the more I kind of learn about him, it's like, and the more, you know, I watch his like videos on YouTube. There's many, and his like lectures. Like, because he was a professor at like a Canadian, like, or where it was, but he like a campus somewhere in Canada. I'm just kidding. But yeah, he Canada. But I find that like the more I learn about his stuff, it's like the more it impacts my life in a positive way, and a lot of other people find that too. But the thing that I'm getting into is that like he recently, what I heard him talking about was. Yeah, there's a lot of things where people, you know, assume that, you know, they shouldn't push their child into certain things. And, I've heard that a lot, too. And it's, you know, you read a lot of these new age books and modern day, like, philosophies about how to raise kids.
Yeah.
And it's always like let the kid do their own thing. Like it's to the point where like that comedian that comedian Taylor Tomlinson that I recommended you to watch her comedy stuff. She's so funny. Taylor Tomlinson. Yeah, she had the joke in her thing where it's like parents today are like it used to be discipline, but now it's like I'm just glad to be a part of your childhood. Like if you have any feedback for me, let me know. That is probably the worst thing.
Yeah.
It's probably worse than like extreme discipline, you know?
Yeah.
Like because it's the reason why is there's this like sacrifice is like a big motif in life, and it's like present throughout the Bible, and it for good reason. It's like because it's so powerful, and it's like realizing thousands of years ago when the realization came of sacrifice, like I'm going to not eat all my crops or all the food here. I'm going to save some food. I might be hungry right now, but I'd rather be hungry now than starve to death tomorrow. That's a realization of sacrifice. Working the soil, working the earth and tiring and working at the sweat of your brow or whatever. It's like that's all sacrifice, and that the beginning of the Bible marks the realization of that. That's where people realize their nakedness, their vulnerability, and it's kind of like it's interesting. It's an interesting parallel to life that Adam and Eve in the beginning of the Bible, they realize their nakedness, their vulnerability, and that they have to then work the earth, and life is going to be painful from then on. It's because they realize that that's what they have to endure to succeed and survive.
I mean, it's also because they messed up.
Yeah. And basically, it's one of the things that's like sacrifice doesn't necessarily have to be volunteered. It can be imparted on you beyond your will, and you can still reap the rewards of that sacrifice. So I think Jordan Peterson realizes, like, because he didn't take his children to church because he wanted them to choose on their own, and then he later felt like that was probably a mistake because they didn't get to benefit from a lot of the teachings and the things that come from that. Now, I'm not sure about the specifics about what they are, but I kind of understand what he's saying.